Saludos a todo el mundo, soy Tanska, te doy la bienvenida al episodio número no sé cuál de Elder Scrolls Online Isla Alta. Hi guys. Vamos a hacer la misión de Ember, de Asqua, el segundo compañero que podemos reclutar en este DLC. He bajado un poquito el volumen del micro en general, la ganancia.
I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you look like someone who's good at cleaning up messes. I've got a big one for you, if you're up for it. I'd pay you for your time, but I need someone quick on their feet. This mess is turning into a crisis.
¿Qué está pasando?
I was experimenting with a spell while my mentor, Magister Quieren, was away, but the magic went awry. If it doesn't get dealt with, it's going to spread beyond this area and harm a bunch of innocent people. I can't fix it on my own, so I need help.
NPC solo barra sola. ¿En qué puedo ayudarte?
I need to develop a counterspell, but first the protective wards around the area need to be restored by someone other than myself, so I don't taint the magic. That's where you come in. Like I said, if you help, I can pay.
Pues te ayudaré. En cuanto has dicho me
Hold
pagas.
still. You'll need this unless you want to spend the next few hours as a sheep. Not as glamorous as it sounds. And here, take these crystals. You'll need them to restore the wards. The first one is in the meadow just up the hill to the north.
¿Qué es lo que hacen las custodias normalmente?
Mostly they serve to keep errant magic inside Tordriak's boundaries. You know, the standard 3 points of protection thing. Unfortunately, my spell kicked those wards in the teeth. They're not protecting anything now.
¿Vale? No me hables de ovejas, por favor. Ya tuve suficiente.
Here we are. I'm going to cast a little purifying spell. Let's do this quick. That's one ward restored. Let's go fix the next one. It's in the glade just west of here.
Vaya vuelta, ¿no? Me esperaba que tuviera una personalidad más caótica y parece ser más que hace las cosas caóticas, la liga, sin querer, lo cual incluso es más gracioso que lo haga aposta, ¿no? Que su personalidad sea así. Lo descubrimos un poquito más adelante, supongo.
Here we are. I'll make sure nothing gets... Oh, you're a natural. Maybe you should have been Magister Quieren's apprentice.
¿Me vienes? No, pues voy yo para allá.
The last ward is south.
Ah, a ver. Vaya, dentro de una cueva, que puede salir mal. Me he dado cuenta, estoy gastando ya el veneno. Esto no tiene ya encantamiento, ¿no? Ah, no. Que es mientras tengo veneno no gasto el este. Vale. Pero tengo objetos consumibles que gastar. ¿Qué ha sido eso?
This is the last one. Let's get this over with quick. Place the warding crystal. That's all the wards. Let's talk outside. I need to figure out what to do next.
Pues vamos fuera.
I know my rogue spell is to blame for most of the weirdness happening around Tordriak, but it almost seems like these damned moats are becoming dangerous. They're doing more than just mischievous magic. Ugh, fish biscuits. I need to figure this out.
¿Por qué se habrán vuelto peligrosas?
I'm not sure. The moats aren't new. They're always hanging around Tordriak. I think they're drawn to places like this. But there was nothing in my spell that should have made them act malevolent. and there are a lot more around than usual.
Me estoy dando cuenta, creo que es el primer Callita en este juego que no habla de sí misma en tercera persona. Me llama la atención, no sé si es porque es compañera y no lo han tenido en cuenta o porque tiene demasiados diálogos como para hacerlo, no sé. ¿Y no habría que hacer algo al respecto?
Yes, I can make traps to contain them, but I'm still worried about their behavior. While I work on the traps, could you head into the tower and look to Magister Aaron's things? He might have a book with more information about the modes.
Por ejemplo, otro Callita, como por ejemplo, no me acuerdo cómo se llama, el, digamos, consejero Callita de la reina Irlin, habría dicho, es que me sale Ras al Ghul, pero no es Ras al Ghul es otra cosa, pero es algo así, ¿no? Bueno, habría dicho, sí, Ember puede crear trampas para mantener a raya, pero el comportamiento que tiene le sigue pareciendo raro a Ember, algo así, habría utilizado su nombre en tercera persona, como hace nosotros, ¿no? Es a lo que me refiero. Y ojo, que no digo que sea un fallo de doblaje, que no lo hayan tenido en cuenta y lo hayan cagado.
Relax, Huldressa. I'm working on it.
You better work fast, because when Magister Aaron... What the... Oh!
All right. That was a little funny.
Ay. ¿A qué horas entras? Iba a decir Skaz, pero no se llama Skaz. Vale, no hay nada aquí abajo. Le he dicho a Miris que leería algunos escritos de los estudiantes más aplicados sobre el uso de la madera encantada en la construcción de barcos. Esta área de estudio podría ser bastante rentable, dada la cultura marinera del archipiélago. Sin embargo, creo que la insistencia que muestra a empujar a los alumnos a este campo y sus repetidas preguntas sobre el tratamiento arcanos para la madera tienen un propósito oculto. No creo que su interés se deba al hecho de que somos una sociedad isleña con una larga historia en la construcción naval o que crear embarcaciones mejores deba ser siempre una prioridad. Lo más probable es que alguna rama de la casa Dufort esté presionándola para hacer esto. Miris, aunque es una maga con talento, está demasiado ligada a la política y tiene sus propias ambiciones. Descubrir el secreto para construir mejores barcos sería una empresa que aportaría grandes beneficios e influencia. El hecho de que ella crea que me limitaré a darle cualquier información para ayudarla en su iniciativa, como si fuese un viejo ermitaño senil que se pasa el día parloteando en su torre, demuestra una notable falta de comprensión por su parte. Las penas del viento. Eso para mí.
You in here? Did you find anything useful about the moats? I finished the traps. Once we set them up, they should take care of the moats. Then I can sort out the livestock in Huldressa, and at some point create a counterspell to fix everything for good. Did you learn anything useful?
Por supuesto que he aprendido algo. He encontrado un libro que menciona el espíritu del viento relacionado con las partículas de esta zona.
Oh, I read that one with the wind sorrow lady, right? Oh, what if my spell disturbed her and that's why the moats are acting up? That's troubling, and also a problem for future Ember. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Or two things, actually.
Eso utilizo yo mucho. Lo de eso es un problema para el Daniel o para el Dani del futuro. O maldito Dan del pasado. ¿Cuál?
The traps are finished, but the livestock and Huldressa are still a problem. I want to figure out a way to return them all to their natural forms before the illusion does any damage. Could you set the traps while I do that?
¿Dónde?
Here, I'll mark some places to set the traps. They're in a pack by the work tables outside. While you do that, I'll figure out how to fix the livestock and Huldressa. Then, good luck setting up the traps. I'll meet you by the livestock pens when you're finished.
Ok. Let's go. He dicho que estaba fuera al lado de la mesa de trabajo. Aquí. Mira. Estoy aquí tan tranquilamente. Entiendo que es aquí. Salen cada vez que ponemos una, ¿no? Ah, no, lo que suena es la trampa. Pensar que no atacan las rojas, al parecer, ¿no?
All right, let's get you two back to your regular chicken selves. Ha! I knew it would work. Run along, ladies. You're back. The traps worked, didn't they? See? I told you I know what I'm doing. Mostly. Speaking of which, I think I figured out a way to return the livestock to their original forms.
¿Cómo?
I made something. I know it looks like a spoon, but, well, technically it is a spoon, but I enchanted it. And I call it the Spoon of Undo. I just tested it on those chickens. It removes the illusions perfectly.
Ay, claro, y enmienda. Sí, me ha hecho gracia porque undo es deshacer. Lo típico que haces control Z o estás en Photoshop o en Word y escribes algo mal o haces algo mal y le das a deshacer, ¿no? Control Z para volver atrás. Pues es undo. Lo han puesto como enmienda, pero claro, para mí es cuchara de control Z. Y me ha hecho mucha gracia porque yo soy programador y utilizo mucho el control Z.
Normally I wouldn't bother, but illusions can be disorienting and cause terrible headaches. I don't want any of the animals suffering while I come up with my counterspell. Oh, and Huldressa. I suppose I don't really want her suffering either.
¿Qué puedo hacer para ayudarte?
Here, take the Spoon of Undo. If you could run around and fix the livestock and Huldressa, that will give me a chance to finally whip up this counterspell. By the time you're finished, I'm sure I'll have something figured out.
Ok.
Just look around for people making animal noises. I'm sure they won't be hard to find. And tell them I'm sorry when you change them back, would you? As for Huldressa, I'm all in favor of leaving her as a guar. Just kidding. Kind of. It sounds cute when you say it. It's a pretty simple reversing enchantment. It should counteract the magic from the motes and dispel the illusion. Basic stuff. Not even I can mess up.
Ay, me encanta este personaje, tío. Qué pena que tenga que llevar a la otra con este. Con el templario. Es que le pega mucho más ir con... ¿Crees que los animales me van a dejar usar la cuchara de enmienda con ellos? Bueno, si no, les obligo.
Come find me when you're done.
¡No huyas! ¡Oh, puta! Ay. ¿Dónde estáis? ¿Será en este circulito que me marca la misión solo? Sí. Ay, las vacas. Ay, anda ido el otro. ¡Que no huyas! ¿Por qué huyes? Déjame. Oye.
Was I just a guar?
Sí.
This is all
We're still
Ember's fault.
standing. Be proud of that.
Eras un guar.
Fish biscuits. That wasn't right.
¿Qué has hecho ahora, Ember? Por favor. ¿Qué
I
has
assume
hecho?
he'll dress us back to her charming self. I've run into a problem. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that I've nearly finished my counterspell, but I need to find a tome called The Mirrored Way to complete it. I know
Ay.
Magister Quieren has it, but it's not with the rest of his books. That's the bad news.
¿Y por qué es una mala noticia?
Because if the Mirrored Way isn't with the rest of his things, it's probably locked away in his arcane library. The library he specifically forbids me from entering. The tome I need has to be in there. Without it, I can't make the counterspell.
Sí, pero aquí ocurre una cosa. Te ha prohibido entrar a ti. No me ha prohibido entrar a mí.
Magister Quieren has warned me not to enter his library 1,000 times. But these are special circumstances. There will probably be some magical traps inside meant to keep me out. So I'll need your help getting the book while I deal with them.
Ok.
Once we find the Mirrored Way in Magister Quieren's library, I can finish my counterspell. I just hope the old man wasn't serious about putting something dangerous inside to keep me out. He was definitely kidding. Had to be. Come on, let's go.
Claro que sí, guapi.
Follow me. The library's downstairs. Give me just a moment to pick the lock. All right, let's get in and out as quick as we can. I don't sense anything. Maybe the old man was bluffing.
Claro, porque esa
Biscuits.
gárgola no se va a levantar. Claro que no.
This spell is specifically targeting me. I'll figure out a way down. You just focus on getting the book. That's it! You got it! Now, let's get out of here before I set off something else.
¿En serio? ¿En serio no se va a levantar? Qué decepcionante, ¿no? O sea, no hay una gárgola ahí nada más entrar.
Magister Quieren
no me dejes a
really
medias.
didn't want me getting in there, huh? I have to admire the dedication. I didn't know the old man had it in him. He had something to target me specifically. What a sneaky old goat. Good thing I had you with me. You managed to get the book, right? Let me see it. Let me take a look. No, not that. That would be bad. What about this? Oh, here it is. It's Amahan ist exis, not Gahan amexis is. Good thing I checked. See? That's personal growth right there.
¿Qué significa eso?
Two different arcane glyphs. They do entirely different things when written and pronounced aloud. The second one is what I need for my counterspell. Now all that's left is to get to the old ritual circle and cast this. I'll need your help again.
Cuando tú
The
digas.
counterspell should set everything right in Tordrayak. Things will be just as Magister Quieren left them, and I won't have to face his furrowed brow. I'll need your help at the ritual site. Casting a spell this big is a two-person job.
¿Por qué no puedes lanzarlo tú
The
sola?
old ritual circle is a place of power, and I'm going to need all the help I can get. I plan to draw on the magic there to help strengthen my counterspell. Magister Quieren told me about it. This probably isn't how he wanted to implement the lesson.
¿Crees que el espíritu de atestizamiento está realmente aquí?
Maybe? Old tales and myths always start from some truth at some point in time. The moats around here seem to be affected by more than my spell, is all I'm saying. I always expect the worst. I find it helpful.
¿Y qué encontraremos en el lugar?
If luck is with us, maybe just some irritated wildlife we can deal with as we've done before. Or some of the bolder moats. But if there is some truth to the ancient tales, then maybe we find some sort of really cranky wind spirit. The ritual circle is
¿Qué le
just
suena
up
eso?
the hill to the north.
Viendo, o sea, espíritu ancestral del viento, cascarrabias, enfadado, enfubiscado. Qué bien. Entiendo que se sube por aquí, ¿no? Sí.
And here, first we need to set the ritual flames. There's 3 around the site. Light the 3 ritual flames here. I'll get the ones on the altar.
Estas son las del altar. Vaya.
Here we go.
Que no nos escuche. Ah, no, si soy un templario. Perdóname. Se me había olvidado. Se me había olvidado por completo que soy un templario, no un pícaro. Ay, Dios mío. Ahora sí.
Almost there. It's done. The spell is set. Follow me. We should be able to see it materialize. Any second now. We did it! Come on, let's get back to the tower.
Qué bonito, ¿no?
Used to work under these conditions. I was turned into a guar. A guar!
Of course, Huldressa. I promise to address the situation.
See that you do.
Huldressa sold me out, didn't she?
Let me speak to your associate first, Ember. So, you were witness to the events here, and as I understand it, you had a hand
estás
in bringing
peinado?
them to an end. For that, I thank you. And if you'll indulge me, I do have a few lingering questions. What in the world happened?
Asco has hecho que un hechizo se tuerza.
I don't know what I expected, leaving her to her own devices here, even temporarily. Ember and Trouble are old friends. I can still feel the repercussions of this spell gone awry, as you say. Do I have you to thank for rectifying it?
No, Ascuas ya tenía una forma de hacerlo, simplemente le ha ayudado.
I see. As trying as she can be, she truly is a talented mage. She can be impatient. Given her natural inclination to magic, it's understandable. I always knew I was perhaps not the best teacher for her.
Ah, vale. Yo no era sé para ella el mejor profesor. No sé por qué pone un sé. ¿A qué te refieres?
I took her in because I knew I couldn't leave someone as skilled and impulsive as her to her own devices. But I have neither the time nor aptitude to teach her properly. It's my own failing. Speak to her, would you? Don't worry, Ember isn't in any trouble. While I am not pleased about my traumatized cook, I must concede that everything is back in order and the consequences of Ember's magic weren't dire. Still, I must consider what to do now.
Vale.
Hey, you! Let's talk while Magister Irin collects his thoughts. I thought Magister Irin would be as mad as a wet dragon, but he looks amused. It's probably because he's wanted to turn Huldressa into a guar at some point. He just won't admit it. And the fact that we fixed it all before he got here helped.
¿Crees que seguirá empeñado en que sigas estudiando magia?
Well, I've been thinking. I'm grateful to Magister Quieren, but sitting and reading about magic has little appeal to me. This whole thing just proved to me that I'm too restless here. I want to do magic, not just study it. Go on adventures, see things.
¿Quieres abandonar entonces Thor Draycock?
I think it's time. I've been given good training here, but I still have a lot to learn. For me, the best teachers are curiosity and experience. I learn best by doing, so I need to get out in the world and continue my training.
Entonces, ¿cuál es el siguiente paso de Ascuas la bruja?
Ember the sorcerer. I like the sound of that.
La
But
hechicera, más
that
bien.
can come later. First, take this. It's not much, but you deserve it. I think we made a good team today. If you ever need a sorcerer who has your back, let me know. We'd have some fun. Magister Quieren, I'm grateful for
Sandar
your
is with
teachings
you.
and your
I can
patience.
feel it.
But I think it's time for me to move on.
The world is an excellent teacher for one of your talents, Ember. Write me occasionally.
I should go pack my things. And say goodbye to Holdressa. Not a chance.
A un objetivo herido no dice... Puedo ser yo perfectamente, ¿no? Por debajo del 75, pues sí. Pues me voy a pillar esto. Vale, pues esta es la misión de Ember. Nos vamos a equipar un poco por ver los dos compañeros. Está pachando. Ah, ¿puedo seguir ponerlos en...?
I'm here. Lucky you.
¿Cómo se hacía...? ¿Cómo se abría el menú ese? No me acuerdo. ¿Cómo se abría el menú de accesos rápidos? Interfaz, alternar, hacer... No lo veo. ¿Estará en combate a lo mejor? Esto lo voy a poner aquí. Ah, no. Espérate, no. Cambiar de armas aquí. Eso es. Ah, la Q. Vale, herramientas. Vale, hay diferentes. Vale. Que lo pillo.
Your shield.
Vale, pues veamos cómo es Ember un poco, ¿no?
What's going on?
Ahí tiene su explosión destructora, su apaño rápido. No sé si llegará a tener curaciones, a lo mejor podría estar bien. Conspiradora bromista, invocación del relámpago, lanzador de hechizos pícara. O sea, realmente no son clases como... O sea, no es hechicera, porque... Lanzador de hechizos pícara no creo que sea una rama. Entonces, si le equipamos un bastón de restauración, podrá lanzar curaciones. Eso puede estar muy bien. Custodias... Puede estar muy bien, ¿eh? Sí. Puede estar muy bien, lo que pasa es que no tengo. Vale, gente, pues son 30 minutos de vídeo. Voy a dejarlo aquí. Sé que dije que iba para rellenar un poco, podía hacer otras cosas. Pero voy a mirar que el audio me convenzca, me esté gustando, como ha quedado al final, con el pequeño cambio que he hecho, se bajando un poquito la ganancia. Y si no es el caso, que posiblemente no lo sea, igual mi voz sigue estando muy alta, lo que haré será grabar, pero no subir, grabar a modo de pruebas diferentes ubicaciones. Por ejemplo, esto, ¿no? Cosas así, ¿no? A ver si algo es muy interesante, pues sí lo subiré, ¿no? Pero en principio voy a hacerlo sin grabar, o sea, grabando para ver, luego escucharlo y ver cómo queda el sonido, pero sin subirlo en principio. Así que nada, gente, espero que os haya gustado. Como siempre, si es así, darle like al vídeo, suscribiros al canal, dejar comentarios y ese tipo de cosas. Si no queréis, no lo hagáis, no pasa absolutamente nada. Y nos vemos en el siguiente. Hasta luego.